Okay, so today we are at Little Rissington. It comes under Gloucestershire and it also comes under Oxfordshire, depends which part you're in. A bit weird, but apparently it does. So this is the church of St Peter's. We are actually standing at the old part at the moment, and if we look in the distance, I don't know if you can get it actually, or see it I should say, that is Walton on the Water, beautiful view, but you can see all the rain gathering over the hills over there. Now St Peter's is associated, or was associated with RAF Little Rissington, which was built in 1936. So I want to just talk about the church to start with. It's from the 12th century. The north tower, this little stout thing here, it's very stout for a church tower if you notice, was built in the 15th century. The oldest part of the church, as I was just saying, is from the 12th century, and that is the nave arcade, which has two carved central pieces, so that's interesting. We'll have a look at that in the same side, in the side after. The south door is also from around the same period. The chalice is around 13th century, so it's quite a mixed bunch of characteristics in the church. Like most churches, it went through heavy changes during the Victorian period, but anybody who's seen my videos or read my books will know most churches went through a heavy change during this time. Now, as I was saying, the churchyard is associated with the Royal Air Force, so there are burials up over there, when we will take a look at that after, because there's a couple of stories I want to tell you about that over there. Also, here we are. Now this gentleman here, let me show you this gentleman here. Now, he was well into his 90s. Can we see him? Look at this. The Reverend Robert Lemarchant, rector of this parish, 1862 to 1915. I just can't believe how long he stood. I mean, I think he was 93, 92, and he still was active in the church. And you can see he was born in 1819 and he died 15th February 1915. There we go. I hope I said that right. Now, all these graves here are also his family. It's unbelievable, but I think it was, let me write this, let me think, 9 daughters I think he had, and not one of them married. Yep, you heard that right, not one married. Inside the church there's actually a memorial to these girls and the boys, actually, because he had sons as well. I think he had 6 sons, and they're all remembered in the church as well. So this is one of them. There we go. This is one of them. I will get photos of these. Here's another one. There we go. There's one there. These are all basically his family, his sons, his in-laws. There's another one. And this is his son I should say. Now it says Evelyn, and I know people get a bit confused by this, but Evelyn is a man's name as well as a woman's name. These two are also associated with him, but sadly I don't think these have got any writing on them. The writing's gone, which is sad. This one as well, this is one of his daughters, as you can see, and she died in 1951. I think she might have been one of the last to survive in the family. This is another one, but we can't, obviously this is an older one, so the graves can't see it. These are 2 as well. I do believe these are his 2 daughters as well. One to be his wife, but I think I'm not sure if his wife's on the other side of this. Let me see. Yeah, that's his wife. She died first, as you can see. She died in 1907. She did. These are also his family as well. There we go. Oh, I was wrong. This one's 1956, so maybe she was the last. but that was Florence, and this is Ethel. Oh no, this one's 57, so around the same time. And I can't believe that I think it was rector for over 50 years in this church. It's just amazing. So we will go up to the RAF graves now. We will go inside, but there's a few stories all around here. I said, you just have to look, and there's stories everywhere you go. Now if we go up to this back wall, I think it's this back wall if I remember rightly. Keep walking. Should be, I think, 8 in a row if I remember rightly. And this is a tragic story from 1941. What it should have been. Just a lovely evening out. You know, they having a night off from their base they were. And tragedy struck. So let's see if I can find the ones I'm looking for. This is 42, we're looking for 41. Might be backwards actually, because hang on. Yes, we start here. So we go from this grave here, which is this one, KJ Fuller, he was 20, and you see 21st October 1941. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this should be the 8th. Now these 8 gentlemen, and it was 9 altogether, they were in a 32-seater RAF base. They were on the London Road in Cheltenham, just coming after a night out. And what happened was, obviously because of the wartime blackouts, there was a lorry on the road. The driver of the bus didn't see it was stationed, and he ploughed into the back of it. Now the bus caught fire, and these 8 gentlemen buried here along with one other were all killed in that tragic fire. The oldest gentleman, who had served in the First World War, I've just seen him, 25. This gentleman here, there we go, H.T. Stokes. You can see he was actually aged 60. He was the oldest one on the bus, he was. And I think the youngest one was 19, if I was right. And that was this gentleman here. Just a young man here, mid-win, as you can see. He was a UT pilot. And as I said, these were all killed. Unfortunately, as I said, it was blackout, they didn't see the vehicle. Excuse me a minute. As I said, it was a night out, ended in tragedy, and unfortunately the verdict was that it was accidental death. They said that the driver should be exonerated from all blame, but they said they should have employed an older and more experienced man to drive the bus that night. So he, it was accidental death, but they disagreed that no blame should be. They entirely disagreed whether they should put the blame on the driver or not. Some people believed it was the driver's fault. Some people believed it wasn't his fault because he was so young and he shouldn't have been driving. It depends, if you look at this, how you look at it really. I suppose the families might have blamed the experienced driver on the road. Maybe they thought, well, it was the blackout. Who knows? The full story is the full story you can look up online, or it's in our new book, More Tales from the Tombstone. And hopefully I'm not coming across mumbling today, because I do have trouble with mumbling. So I'm sorry if I ruined this video for you. So also, this obviously has an association with the Red Arrows where they were stationed. Now, another tragedy happened in 1971. So we have, here we go, these pilots, as you can see, January 20th 1971, and this one here and this one here. And these 4 graves are of the Red Arrow team that was sadly killed in a mid-flight crash. They collided into each other when they were, I think they were doing a practice of one of their movals, yeah. And as you see, they collided into each other. That was it. There was nothing they could do. So no attachment. I suppose it was just an accident. This is what happens. So that was their story. So what we got the Marchants over there who were here over 50 years. We've got 2 tragic accidents here. Up there is another gentleman. I believe he was from Canada. He was killed in a tragic accident, and he was actually in a film called Parallel 49, and he was killed on the day it was meant to come out. So that's a sad story. That's also in the story. Okay, so we have one here. This is Sir Ivan Boom. Oh, okay. He was the Air Marshal. So this is an interesting one. I've never come across this one before. Well, I most probably have, but I missed it. He was at Commodore Central Flying School, 68, 69. And he's KCB, CBE, DCO, DFC with 2 stars and an AC. Oh, this man must have been amazing. Must have done some amazing things in his lifetime as well. So what have we asked? As I said, just look around, you'll find amazing things. Okay, so I'm going to stop this little video for a minute because I've rabbited on long enough. Okay, got it. Okay, so this is another entrance to the church, and over here is Pegleg Pete doing his pirate impression. Yeah, he's not letting a little thing like this annoy him. Get the birdies out. Okay, there we go. And the first thing you'll notice in here is how heavy this door is. And it is really heavy. Okay, so up here, gotta make sure Pete don't fall down the drain, is, I'm sure Pete's gonna get a picture of this, is the RAF window, and right in the middle is a red arrow. And over here, see if we can get over here. I will get us a photo of this. These are the men associated with the churchyard, or some of them. See, here we go. And we have some. That was me clunking, don't worry. Some more on this side. Now, this gentleman up here, he's the one I was telling you about in the graveyard. that was in the film Parallel 49. He was an extra. Okay, so what else we got in here? Let's try not to cling into each other. So we got the pulpit. No, that's not the pulpit. It's the font. Oh, I do tell you, I'm terrible. Shouldn't allow me out in public. Okay, so 3. There we go. These are the men of the parish that passed away. Over here. Remember I was telling you about the Marchant family outside? No. This is a great big memorial to all of them. Here we go. All his daughters and all his sons. There we go. One of his sons died in the First World War. One of his sons was, I suppose the word is, assassinated while he was in India. So okay, I'll come back. Hang on, I'll come back that way. That's Pete. I don't know if he should be filming. There we are. Louis. See, Marchant, DCO, Lieutenant Colonel. There we go. See, that's the Reverend's son. Pete, did you bring your little camera in? Oh yes, let's have a look. These are for kneeling when you pray, if anybody wonders what these are. Pete's just pointed them out to me. As you can see, little RAF detailing. That's some over here as well. We've got the Senator. That's for the 100 year. They're beautiful. Let's go see what else Pete was pointing out. He's always come up here. Oh yeah, it's more of the RAF. Oh yeah, look at these. Beautifully done. Not everyone has got them though. Only certain ones. That's interesting. Now, what was I was going on here? I was looking for something particular. I was looking for a name on a writing desk. If I can find it. Not what I'm looking for. Maybe I'm in the wrong church. Was it in this one or was it in this one? I'm getting really confused again with my churches. I think it was the other church I was looking for. RAF flag. No, this is the son I was telling you about. Another one of theirs. This is Robert Marchant. This is the vicar. He was actually, I correct myself, he was 50 years rector of this parish. He got all his children written down here. It's just amazing. Here we go. Lieutenant Commander, 1st Battalion Hampshire Regiment, served in the Afghan War, 1868 to 1800, shot by a fanatic I can't read that, it's an Indian name. On the 23rd of March 1899, that's why I was telling you that one of his sons was assassinated. But I can't read that. But it is what you call foreign. And to me it is very foreign. But I'll get a photo of it and I shall pull it up with the film. Hopefully the speech on this isn't too bad this time. I am trying. I'm actually trying to do two things at once, if you wonder why it's gone quiet. I'm trying to get some of these photos in at the same time. I've got a new piece of equipment, I've got a harness on, so I can do it at once. I've got a camera in one hand on the harness and GoPro on the other side. Ooh, I think this church has got some mood problems. That little noise is Pete. So if I go back around here, looks like they've been having some work done in here. It's very plain. as you can see. So I'm going to try and get a picture of this one as well. I should put some documents up as well in the thing so you can see the graves clearer that I took outside as well. On here we've got the reference. I'm sort of marching on here because he got up, he's the longest serving one. Right, I think there's nothing else really to show you in here. Right, as I said, I will get some more photos and I'll put them into the video for you. Thank you for watching.